Hello guys, welcome back. That's my Alexa. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing fantastically well on this very sunny Monday night. Actually, I'm quite enjoying the weather. Obviously, we are back for the Red and White show, so hope you're feeling well. I'm putting the Streamline link into the chat right now, so if you want to come on, be my guest. I've got the third person in the house, saying Luke on, saying hi. And good evening, Luke. I hope you are feeling fantastic well. I've got good evening.
Evening. So come on, and I always
Yeah, ban on time. How are you?
I'm good. See,
Yeah. You got a new computer? Or is it same? Hello? I see there.
there you
No, just saying it looked like you got a new computer.
go. At least a couple of weeks. I just moved into a different Zoom.
Well, it could be a massive week for us. I mean, quite a lot seem to be happening. I mean, what do you think about Super Cooper getting this? Looking like verbally agreed this contract today.
Well, I think that was on the bucket list. It seems pretty. And I mean, he deserved it. He brought us out the championship. So I mean, I think as soon as you get promoted, your manager gets a new contract, your players' wages gets hyped up. Well, most of them anyway, unless they tend to accept it. And again, that's another story.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what really happened with the Barcelona one. It's that one just seem to be coming to a conclusion now that he's looking like he's on his way out anyway.
Well, Sam maybe remember as being the goalkeeper that was in the promotion team at the end of the day. If he'd rather be over in France playing against the script teams with then the odd kind of big fixture instead of playing Premier League football, then I mean, bye bye.
Paul, definitely. I mean, Paul, looking forward to the challenge, lads. This is what we want to know first. 100% on that one.
Mm, agreed.
Uh, yeah, we've got the Streamline link in the chat actually tonight if you want to come on. But yeah, getting back onto that one, I mean, there's been a lot of talk on Dean Henderson, I know that. I mean, would you want Dean Henderson to come in and that with Ethan O'Farth? I mean, Dean Henderson would be number one anyway, don't you think?
I would personally, regardless of the goalkeeper situation, if you Samba and Horvath, I would instantly say Dean Henderson would be miles ahead of both of them anyway. I mean, he's a Manchester United keeper who had a couple of decent spells at Sheffield United, kept them in the Premier League for the first season they got promoted, and then went back to Man United and been challenging with David De Gea. So, I mean, that is a sort of goalkeeper we are now heavily rumoured to be bringing in to replace Bruce. And he's going to have the bit between his teeth trying to get back to the England squad for the World Cup. I mean, what can he possibly not want?
100% on that one. Um, I mean, when it will happen, when it that be, I mean, that be a good thing because I've got two goalkeepers that potentially could be playing in the World Cup if things goes to plan. I mean, it would be a great competition for that number one spot now.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I hinted at it probably when Horvath came in. I think Cooper was waiting for the opportunity to drop Samba anyway, because the way he was speaking about the goalkeepers not necessarily being one way and then the other. I always thought he might bring in his own keeper when he finally gets a chance in the summer. Because let's face it, this is Cooper's first summer at the club. And, alright, Premier League status has helped us massively with the 17,506 names probably already been linked with. I have been told it's 41, but it feels a hell of a lot.
Yeah. I did see that you tagged me in that, Brandon, about 90 minutes reckon that Rapport bidding for more than Dubois, 20 million apparently. Um,
It would be really annoying to have on a YouTube show because just in the head and saying 90-minute, whatever it was, put on.
mm,
Who are 90-minute? How reliable are they? And also, are they one of these copy and paste journalists that feed off one another to basically get views of their own tweets and feel good? I mean, to be quite honest, the only people that I have any credibility in a transfer window for Forest are John Percy from the Telegraph, Danny Taylor
mm,
from the Athletic, and Paul Taylor from the Athletic. If they don't put it on, or BBC Radio Nottingham, if they don't put it on, then quite honest, it's not happening. Until they say the two bloody other happening, it's not happening.
mm. Yeah. Paul saying Sam would be legend all time, but if he wants to, then fans could vote. I mean, that's the philosophy the Sims gone back to. I mean, and Calderwood did it in his first season at the club. As I said, if players want to leave, they can leave. And I always remember it the last day of his first January transfer window, and I think like 5 players left that day. So I think I sort of took like the old approach, like if you don't want to be here, then go. Which is quite a good philosophy.
Well, why would you want an unhappy player at the club? I mean, that does absolutely nothing. I, I don't see the point. You may as well sign a goalkeeper that wants to play for your club. And otherwise, just have leeches like Archer, even that just take money out of the club and do anything for it. Because we're now trying to breed a squad of players that want to play for the club, want to work for each other. I mean, I think that's only so many Welsh players.
Mm. That's a good thing as well. I mean, they've done that with the rugby, now they've got it with the football that all the Welsh players at the minute just seem to be absolutely absolutely awesome at the minute. Oh, and they're on form.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a Welsh player in on the same side, I think that negates the need for Bruce Spence. I actually can't see any of the loan players now coming back.
I didn't think that earlier. I read something on Twitter like it's showing like someone put their starting 11 on, and that it had like both the strikers, the back three with the new signing, and bar that, and Yates in centre midfield. Bar that, didn't hardly any midfielders in any of the loan players there, and it looks like oh wow, looks a lot more different.
I mean, if we just touch on Halo and Carty, I've not perfected the one whatever his face is, his last name yet. But I think centre back looks big, powerful. He looks like he can get forward, but also Tebow again bigger, and he's got pace, which I think we lacked a lot this season up front. When you had Davis and Surridge, but not exactly quick. But also, if you're looking at Tebow, are you going to get? Are you going to be looking for Davis? I don't think so. Dan, you're on mute.
Yeah, that's the thing as well now. Because obviously, I think if we're getting Keenan Davis back, I think it'd be down to more grab him and just getting rid of Taylor. Because I think if we obviously Graben's not going to be a first team starter now, so I think Graben will be an interesting one. I mean, I reckon his wages will come down anyway. With
Just before I respond to that, I want to respond to Door.
This one.
Or if you want to sign me, you've got to talk to me. If you send me a message and we'll negotiate.
I'm already been keen put a Door tour in a way. Amount of times I've been on this last month. Me and Door.
You see, you negotiate the fee with Dan. You got a deal. Now you're going to negotiate with me. Anyway, that's the Door on Tour transfer show. Sorted. As for Graben and Taylor, I think I'm very quiet on the Lewis Graben contract front. I'm wondering, whether as soon as we announce the new kit, we'll start announcing the deal, the Johnson deal, the Grab deal, three new signings that I think are the closest. Because every transfer you've made and in the January is wearing a current shirt. And we don't have the current shirt because it's last season. Alright, it's usually just a red shirt. But still, we usually release the shirt and then that's what announcements follow from. So it wouldn't surprise me soon they announce the home shirt at least.
Well, I was saying earlier because I reckon the place will be back now for pre-season because obviously near enough for starting you first. I know during the trade fees we'll be playing. I think it's the 8th of July. It's Friday night against and Baseford. So obviously they should be back in this week, and hopefully that they can start to kick on with the getting things out like your own kits and saying something, especially on the Graben one.
I'm not holding my breath too much on the Graben deal.
Yeah, and Kelly's saying, "Oh, sorry."
I mean, to be honest, I think it's going to more be a matter of if you gold and you stick Graben on, but it can't seem to do too much.
Yeah, Kelly's saying, "Try you on your one knee, looks decent. Can use both feet, got decent pace and so on." Paul said, "In the forest, the mighty forest, the lion draws tonight. I want you, hey, I want you, hey, I want you, hey, one." Obviously, me and Gordon is negotiating this in the chat on YouTube chat if anyone want to see it. Paul said, "I think people got paid sort of not worried at all, trusting my Murphy." Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that one. Don't you
I
think?
agree. I actually really do agree.
Obviously, though I'm already had a contract here for a Happy Meal and strawberry milkshake. So
I'm ask, I'm asking too much. I haven't even said I want yet. I want you to contact me.
yeah. Paul saying well done, Dan. Keep your comments coming in. We have got 12 people watching it live at the minute, and the chat seems quite lively as well. So get us to 3K as well, guys, on the YouTube channel. I've got the information about if you want to help with the channel, that we have got the members, TFTV members. So do check out. Do get some good perks and you out the channel. Paul saying well done, Dan. But yeah, I mean, what am I saying now? Old age. But yeah, I mean, what do you think of the centre half coming from Mainz? I mean, do you think he will offer that something a lot more like a Steve Cook type of player? What do you think to him?
Well, I can't say I know too much about Moussa Niakate, but after a quick Google search, he's 6'3". He's French Senegalese. He played 30 games last season for Mainz and scored 4 goals. I mean, can't see him having the same effect as Steve Cook. Because, I mean, Steve Cook's an experienced Premier League defender. But if you're going after a Mainz and the Bundesliga, which is already a heavily competitive league in itself, then
It is to be fair.
he's also left-footed, so he'd also be kind of cover in the McKenna position, which I think we need. My only concern so far in this transfer window, if I have any, is the fact we haven't even been linked to a left back yet.
I'll be honest, yeah, I've been saying about it the other day, and I'm sort of staying on topic, but going off topic. But I think with first getting the centre off main in, I think we might be sending Panzo and Mubsua, and even obviously Harbottle with him signing his new contract. I can see he's loaning some of these defenders out, so I can sort of see us bringing in an extra one, maybe two defenders anyway.
Yeah, I can see why we brought in by trying to get everyone in, but at the same time, I think the only registered left back we have at the club is
Callback.
Yonu.
Yeah, and
I don't see Colback as a registered left wing back. He played because of load of injuries. And I think if you play at left wing back, there's a massive risk.
yeah, Kelly's think that we need two left backs.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if we could take Buchanan off Bust FC. But, I mean, there'll be cheap options out there that Cooper can make brilliant. I mean, spend 15, 20 million on every player we sign. You've only got 100 million budget. Although you will get money from the Samba deal, you get money from Taylor's deal. If he goes, Zan Silver will probably go to Harris. If you loan a couple out, you'll get a minimal loan fee. But at the end of the day, you do a loan deal for your goal. you got one. You can probably loan another player somewhere else, but the only way you can get free loans in is if you do James Garner.
Yeah. Do you get any in the comment chat? Do you think where do you think we need to strengthen? Do you need and the loan situation? Tell us in the chat. What do you think? But yeah, I mean, so go on.
I just want to answer your question you just asked the chat. Personally, it'd be left side for me. And we could all talk about getting in right wing back to play alongside Johnson on the other side for Spence to now vacated the premises. But left side, you know, if you laid out the squad that finished the season, we need a player sort of connecting with the wing back on the left. Max Lowe was linked for 5 million. Enough for him. What do you think?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say so. Easy now. I wouldn't begrudge 5 million for Max Lowe. He knows the squad. He knows Cooper. He's a Forest fan. I mean, yeah, right. He's a bit dubious in defence, but I take Max. I don't have too much to say on Max Lowe's negatives. I like Max Lowe, but if you can get somebody better for around 8-9 million, then of course we're going to chase that. Just be hoped everything will be linked, but it just strikes me that left field.
Yeah. Keep comments coming in. I mean, tell us what you think. I mean, as well with that number 10 role as well. I mean, we seem to be playing with that 3-4-1-2. So that number 10 role, I mean, that one will be interesting to say this who we do bring back. I mean, I know Olympiacos are, I think anyway. I mean, can you see us sticking to that 3-4-2-1 formation, or can you see us referring to more of a 3-5-2, especially if we do get the players that we do get in?
Well, it's not going to be 3-5-2, is it? Because, in a sense, it's always going to be 3-4-3. Because you always have a front three, a back three, your wing backs, and then Yates and Garner. That's what it is. It's just Zimpinag down the centre and you strike it out wide. But personally, I'd do it as a flat three that could interchange and have, say, I'd personally go Gibbs White, Haywo, and Johnson, because I think that would be dynamic. You'd be able to change. You've got to, because you've made that step up. I'd be saying this in the Championship, but because you've gone up to the Premier League now as well, you've got to be static in where you play. We use Johnson to death on the right hand side because of his links from Jets, but I actually think the most important game for me was QPR, where I spent over the right hand side that much that Brennan Johnson went over to the left. You've got to have options both sides. Otherwise, they come off one side and okay, we have Colback. If you had two there, it stretches it. What do I think? Can't unmute again.
Keep your comments. What I was saying was keep your comments coming in. We've got 11 people watching at the minute, which is quite hard to say the least. Well, 10 now. But tell us what you think, guys, about that conversation. I mean, would you get that? Would you do you agree with Luke, or do you think that we need to play a different way? That um, with that, I mean,
Come on,
be,
some disagree with me. Come on,
pardon?
I like them to disagree with me.
But yeah, I mean,
Where's Michael when you need him?
I was just thinking that. Or Phil. But yeah, I mean, how do you think? I mean, I kind of phrase it. Um, I mean, obviously with the under 23s that come into first team, I know that you don't follow the under 23s in old fashion, but I mean, while Harbaugh signed his new contract this morning, I mean, he's pretty much said that he could be going out and learn. I mean, do you feel like that main boat that coming from the under 23s to the first team? Do you think it will benefit them to go out and loan? That if we do get the right players in.
Did do Joe Worrell any harm? Went on and second in rubbish. Then came back, got in the first team under Booker. It was a bit hung out to dry with the kind of play that Walton wants to play at the time. But then he went to Rangers and Gerrard. Had a decent there, came back, and has been in the team ever since. So, I mean, loans don't do players as much harm. You've got to be able to get first team experience. And if you can loan Riley Harbottle to a League One club where he gets properly knocked about, totally physical, fighting for actual points in an actual 13, then you start to know which players are made for it and which don't won't. A bit like Virgil Gomez, who we had for a while. We gave him chance after chance on loan at various clubs, and he just didn't do it. So you knew he wasn't going to make it in the football league. So you let him go. But if you didn't loan him out to get him 23, you'd never know whether he'd come at first team football. And for a lot of players, it's either progression to the first team or load out.
Yeah, definitely. Luke one's asking if we're happy with Dexter and Paul Striker.
I'll answer that question when he's in a Forest shirt, signed his contract, and he's doing a media interview. He's still got
Saying
potential to
it looks dangerous. Paul's asking for that song again. In the forest, the mighty forest, the lion stores tonight. I run in the air, run the air, run the air, run the air, run the air. There you go. But yeah, um, I mean, I'll say it anyway, and you probably agree with me on this one actually. That YouTube clips to playing properly are completely different. I mean, I'm at a place that probably came to us before, and we looked at YouTube and think, "Oh wow, the quality," but when they came here, they did the complete opposite.
remember watching Fawad Basharu from Malmo on YouTube, and I thought we had a brilliant player. It then turned out to be Fawad because literally he had hardly ever played. And partly that's down to the management, partly that's down to the player not. And it was from that moment I stopped watching videos of new signings. I mean, obviously, if you sign a player like Dean Henderson, you're going to know how Dean Henderson plays his football from the clubs he's been at. Like when you signed Steve Cook, you knew Steve Cook was a decent player to what he's done in the game. You get inclinations on certain players and how good they actually are. But even then, we all thought Harry Arter would be a good player. Look how that one turned. I mean, it really is irrelevant because it's how the player integrates the squad you have and how they gel the player you've brought in and how the tactics work to the players you have. And also what the management and coaching staff do with the players on the training pitch games. Because I reckon we turned Davis into a better player from before he came to them when he left us. Ed Spence exactly the same. Jim Garner twice. We made him look brilliant because the players we have suit the style. But in a sense, you can still sign a Duffus window. You can still do all the research and all the stats you like, and it does not come off. I mean, you take gambles. For example, Chelsea with the car, you would say that was an absolute match made in heaven for them. They couldn't score with a striker up front because all they played was make the strikers. They bring in a big guy that they played for Chelsea before and basically puts the ball in the net for a living, and it just hasn't worked. And that's with all the stats, all the information, kind of Lukaku's reputation and everything. It didn't work. So to be honest, it's all a bit irrelevant. You can go onto Facebook and say, "Oh my god, this player is absolutely rubbish." It actually turns out to be brilliant in the side. You can come on and say, "Oh wow, he's an absolute stunning player." He turns out to be a flop. You just do not know, which is why it absolutely bugs the absolute crap out of me when fans go on and form an opinion on a player before they've actually played in our side.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. It'd be nice for us to get the players in before the pre-season starts as well. I mean, we'll touch up on the pre-season actually in a minute, but do you think getting the players in early will get them in a lot more? I mean, King Davis, even more Steve Courtney just didn't look at a place in his first game, but do you think getting the players in really well, Chris?
Pre-season, I think if you play in early, it helps them gel. But in a sense, I know we're in the Premier League and it's a bit weird this year because of the World Cup, and you've got to really hit the ground running. But kind of also going to be receptive to the fact that one, and two, the players for the first week, this month and a bit, will still be gelling to how they're going to play. They've probably got a shorter pre-season this year, and the games they're actually playing, because the Premier League usually starts 2 weeks after the Championship. This year it starts on August the 3rd.
Safe. Yeah, I mean, what do you think about the first pre-season? I mean, it looks like we're going to Spain for pre-season. We've got a game against Hertha Berlin and Double Berlin, Coventry as well. Do you think it will be a good pre-season that we are playing that more top continental sides? I mean, it's something different from what we
Really
used to.
too much into pre-season because I mean it's sort of a bit of a can we get up to fitness? The Champions League got Olympiacos for 2 seasons, and I mean, all right, that's probably because it's easy to organise. But You've got Hertha Berlin, Union Berlin, and Coventry. I mean, it's 3 games to get you to fitness at the end of the day.
Mm.
Last thing you want to do though is play too much that you end up getting something like 10 or injured for the start of the season.
Yeah, I think I already know. I think Macclesfield got a game every 3 days, or 3 or 4 days Macclesfield have from like sort of July right through to their league season starts. So Lily Cabot's done something there. Um,
You know, I just think they say we will see what happens. Let's enjoy the ride.
Definitely. I think you've got anything you want to discuss about on tonight's show, Luke, from what we already covered.
No, the only thing I want to say is keep a lookout, guys, for the start of July, where we'll finally be releasing like last season. Just taking forever to actually edit, so to come out start of July. It's gonna be good. Apart from that,
So Alexis, thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you for Luke for coming on,
no worries.
as per usual. So Alexis, thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.